This is our world. Through generations and even great wars, we kept the balance with nature. But on this day, everything changed. Yet out of darkness, light always rises. And this is where we met. This is our world.
Well, we need sound.
Okay.
This happened. Sounds on. Hey, what's going on, everybody? We had a small technical difficulty. I won't run into too much of what I just said because it was all ramble and gibberish. My name is Mikey Kieran. You all know me from the Discord, but if not, I am a server admin for our Planet Mojo Discord, and I am here hosting the Fall Face-Off with my buddy George. George, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Thanks, Mikey. Let's go through this part again. So I am George. A lot of you might know me as George in the meta out there on the Bird app, now known as X. I am the head of gaming map exposure at games.gg, where we use a 3 instead of an E. I'm very excited to be here and commentate on Planet Mojo. I also get to learn the names of the characters this time instead of calling them Chonky Rhino and Chonky Elephant. So I am looking forward to this.
I got you, buddy. So we'll definitely, it'll be good because if you start off saying who's the Chunky Rhino, I can just go into it, and anybody who's watching who hasn't quite been exposed to the wonderful game that is Mojo Melee will be able to get them in. So this past week, behind the scenes, we've had every single Mojo player competing in an open qualifiers. 10 games a day, 7 days, top 32 trophy winners are here today to compete for the grand prize. We had 32 people. They're going to be in separate matches of 4 groups, 8 players each. We are going to have everybody in there. They're going to compete best of 3, and then they're going to go on to the semifinals and finals. It's going to be pretty cool. So George, you've seen the game just a little bit. As you said, Chunky Rhino, very, very intuitive with the game. Why don't you tell me a little bit about what you think you might see, what you want to see, if there's anything that you can think of, who's your favorite character? Let's talk a little bit about this.
So what I'm looking forward to is people that are going to put a thick front line. So that's they're going to be using the Rhino, the Bear, and there is a third one, the Elephant, the Lady Chonky Elephant, as I was corrected last time I tweeted about her.
Yeah.
Exactly. I want to see her at the front line, and then either people having a strong Mojo behind them, or having Raccoon Archer, or the Power Penguin also does very well in my opinion and my experience.
So General Docs, Dark Brightly, and Gwyn Rockhopper. Got it. Uh, so let's get into what the game is a little bit. So Mojo Melee is a auto chess battler, a lot like TFT or Dota. It is an incredibly fun game. The matches are a lot quicker than other auto chess games, which makes it actually appealing in my opinion, because I don't have 45 minutes to just play a TFT match that goes well past my lunchtime, so I can't always go in and play a quick game of TFT, but I can play 1 to 2 quick games of Mojo Melee. So if you're into Mojo Melee, or if you're into auto chess battlers, if you're into auto chess battlers, if you've played them before and you're looking for something new, this is a free to play auto chess battler, a lot of fun. There's characters that are coming out almost every single month. I think this year I think we've hit like 8 or 9 new champions, not to mention all of the updates and changes that we've had. We have a lot of fun new skins coming out. So it's definitely a game that you want to play if you're into auto chess battlers. And if you're into the esports scene, this is, since I've been working with Mystic Moose and Planet Mojo, I think this is like the 7th tournament, and the last one that we had prior to this, people were winning buku bucks. Instead of telling people, you're going to win $2,000, I was equating it to like, you're going to win roughly the amount of a new car. Like, that's how I was equating it to people. So we have a lot going on. We have a ton of opportunity for people to win really cool stuff. So definitely come on in if you're into this kind of game. We have the mobile out on beta. For Android, we're working on iOS. So definitely come in, hang out, have fun with us.
Yeah, I want to also speak on that as well. Of even if you're not into TFT,
yeah,
Mojo might be for you guys. I have introduced many a Web2 gamer into this that don't normally have the wrinkles for auto chess battlers, but they've been swept away playing this. It seems to be a lot easier to get into, and the art style is phenomenal. 2 of the main people that I have played this with and streamed with are 2 girls that I know here in Thailand, and they are just in love with all of the characters, especially how adorable each of the little Mojos are. And as you mentioned, always releasing new characters. I think there's one I've not even seen that we might see today. I can see the name in front of me. I don't really want to attempt to try and say this name.
That's fine. I don't attempt it either, because I haven't heard anybody on the official team actually say it, and I don't want to butcher it. But so a really cool new champion that works a lot with haste. Very, very cool. It's Hali Tebeb. That's how you say it. It's Hali Tebeb. All right. Very, very cool champion, brand new. And we also have Varen Mostalier, which is brand new, and Crumble Gravel Stash, which is my favorite name, period. Crumble Gravel Stash is a mole rat. Okay. And his entire power works around him burrowing. So it's just a fantastic champion. Those are the newest 3. Varen Mostalier is actually an assassin platypus. And here's the thing about platypus. I think you say that instead of platypuses. Anyway. So here's the thing about platypi. It doesn't matter. Platypi. Okay. Here's the thing about platypi. They have venom in their claws, right? So Varen Mostalier in the game deals with poison and is an assassin. So it's a really cool character. But yes, we have Hali Tebeb right here, ready to go. I don't know who's gonna run it, but I have seen. I run. I think twice a week we run hangout sessions. I see Holly at least 3 games. I'll see him. So we'll see who comes in. Crumble Gravel Stash, I don't see a ton anymore. But then we also have the Pepper in, right? So we've got Frodo Swamp Hag, who is the frog, right? The healer. And also, this is something that a lot of people don't know. Frodo Swamp Hag quite literally is the fastest DPS in the game. So definitely going to see a lot of them, and we'll see who else we get. I think we're probably close to ready with the matches here. So let's go ahead and flip over to some matches and see what we got going on. All right. So we've got all the matches are playing at the same time. So we're going to be going between them, fairly quickly as we go. So let's see what we got going on. Okay, so we got a Frodo Swamp Hag. This is round 1, and we've got what looks like a Leaf Mojo. Let's see.
And
Here.
what's the power up he's got spinning round? Is that the flower power one?
Yes, flower power. So you put that on Frodo Swampag because she's the fastest DPS. Unfortunately, she immediately got disappeared. But yeah, so Frodo Swampag is the fastest DPS. So if you buff her up and get her to level 3, she's actually like the most potent DPS as a healer, most potent DPS in the game. So
I've never
like
put the bonus on anything except the raccoon. To be honest, I
Yeah.
always assumed the archer would be quickest.
yeah.
Unlucky for that player there. I would have thought Golden Mojo would have done really well.
Well, it's really hard, right? And you know, especially like there's a quality over quantity, and I always talk about it where you want to beef up your champions instead of getting as many champions on the board. But there is a certain imbalance there where if you're up against what is that 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 2, it doesn't matter if you have 2 level 3s or not. It's really hard to push that. By the way, this is Ippolitos and Happy. They are regulars. They've been day ones. You know, since the beginning of at least me working with Planet Mojo. They are incredible players, and I'm excited to see who wins in this out of all of them, but specifically Ippolitos and Happy. We have a lot, you know. Nikemzi is also somebody that's been in here for quite a while. It's really cool to see all of these regulars come in and, you know, be able to not only play the game that they like, that they're playing every single day, but also be able to attend a tournament and make it into the top 32 so that they can, you know, possibly win some really cool prizes.
Yeah, and they the last one that they lost to, the character we're watching, they actually they had the platypus in there. I saw the platypus going to work, but now it looks like he's beefing up Frodo Swamping with a haste rune, which I don't think I've seen previously. So he's going all in on it.
So I haven't either, but that does make sense, because if you put a haste rune on Frodo, who's already the fastest DPS in the game, I mean, you're just making a Gatling gun at that point.
And it looks like that way as they've just dropped down the other player's Mojo.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh
so
man,
what do you
that
reckon is gonna
variant.
happen
You
here?
saw that
I see the
cloud?
Mojo out healing. Oh
Yeah.
no, the DPS.
Yep. No, you saw that cloud come out? That's Varen's. It's an AoE poison. Okay, so anybody
does it
in
work as a
range gets
dot?
poisoned. What'd you say?
Does it work as a damage over time?
Yeah, DOT. Yep.
Ah,
Yep.
that's
all the
why
dots.
I really thought a gold Mojo would be able to out heal 2 of them, but if he's
Right.
got damage over time on him as well, no
Yeah.
chance.
Just too rough. Too rough. Oh man. All right. Well, so yeah, we're seeing a lot. I mean, Varen has been strong since they came out. We might see some balance changes coming in, especially with the haste now. It's always a really like interesting game going back and forth between balancing and you know, trying to figure out what works for your game. You know, as a developer, it's a constant battle, especially in a, you know, something like this. Like in RPGs, it's really big, but in FPS too, nobody really thinks about it. And in games like an auto chess battler, nobody really thinks about the amount of effort that goes into it. Because every time you introduce a new element, every single other element needs to be reviewed. You know, like you're changing the game. So Varen, I think, is going to get a balance change because he's really strong these days.
Yeah, I can see some of these new characters working very well with some of the OG characters that were there as well, and mixing together. For example, the old the Vine Spellstone with maybe someone that's giving out that AoE cloud of poison. That'd be ridiculous if you managed to hold them in place.
Really quick, let's click on one of the semifinalists here so we can see the match. Just click on any one of those.
We'll need Sam to swap over to someone else.
Oh yeah, swap right over. Yep, that's fine. Okay, who do we got here? Let's see.
We've got
Hack the
Nick's-
Dream.
Ooh,
Oh, this is the same one. So
okay.
Hack is the
I think
final.
this Mojo's going to heal through it because he's got the flower power on him as well. So he's going to be generating up to his max.
Is that a Crumble? That's Crumble Gravel Stash. I haven't seen him in
yeah,
a minute.
I can see the pickaxe and the little spade.
Yeah,
That's
dude, he's a
adorable.
freaking mole rat. It's so cute.
My
man.
main question is when Mojo plushies. Looking at how
Oh my
adorable
gosh,
these
imagine.
are. Could you imagine?
Dude, I'd buy one in a heartbeat, man. I got a whole thing of plushies up here. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm a man. Seriously, I have like, well, they're all bears. So just to not go too off track, but basically I had told my girlfriend that I liked pandas, and now I just have an arsenal. Okay, so let's see here. So we've got
Happy and Nick me in the final.
what's that?
We've
Oh,
got
Nick
Happy and Nike MSI in the finals.
Yup. That's crazy. Hack to Dream and Swaggy Swag are also regulars. I mean, this whole tournament is people that play all the time and come in for the hangouts. So if you want an advantage in this game and you're just getting started, come to our hangouts in the Discord. All right, so let's go ahead and
You have to jump over. There we go. Awesome.
Yeah. All right. All Crumbles in trouble.
Ooh. Well, that's a lot of gold stars there as well.
I know.
And
I
the
know.
Flying Panther is a full gold as well. That's normally deadly.
Did you just see the Panther fly? So that is that's one of the characters that we released this year. Her name is Dawn Striker, and she was the first assassin. She goes to the back line immediately.
Wow, did you see that? They didn't lose a single person.
Yep.
We did not lose a single person.
Holy, congratulations, Happy, on that win.
Wow, that's very impressive.
Yep. You got to do best of 3 though, buddy.
Unlucky to whoever we are observing for coming 6th place though. You did well.
Yep. All right.
Okay, let's get Sam to jump over to another one and see if anyone's going live.
Yep.
Or what's everyone up to now.
Oh man, that match was crazy though. So yeah, you talked about it. Happy literally lost nothing. 0.
I was
0 champions in the end.
I really thought it was going to come down to the Mojos or 1v1 because they both had a lot of gold units there. So something went that just took out all of the other guys' stuff so quickly.
Yeah. No, absolutely insane. It happens like that. So here's another thing that a lot of people don't think about, and I've noticed this with almost every player in the game right now. We haven't found, you know how every game ends up getting like 3 to 5 people? That's like, how are you just like, how does your brain literally click with this game so well that you are on a level that people won't reach for years? It happens in every game, right? We haven't found that person in Mojo yet, and I think a big breaker is where you place your champions. We don't really think about that. Like, I don't even think about it as somebody who plays all the time, who gets in the, gets all of the background info. I don't even think about how placement is going to affect the other, how I attack the other team. I think about it in the sense of like, okay, I see where everybody is, so let me place it here, just so they're all in a group. But I don't think like maybe I should place one person over here. I haven't seen that yet.
It's one thing I've done, and I would love to see some of these from the very start to see their positioning as well. I know I've played a lot against Mike from Mojo as well, and every time that I've beaten him, it's because he's been using ranged units, and I've just put myself as far away from him as possible so that I can get it before he gets to me.
Yep. Look at this General Docs fighting for dear life, and
only a bronze though.
Okay, Dude Bro and Bitcoin Bratton in the finals.
Nice. Well, that's another Swamp Frog all powered up with the Flower Power and Haste just there as well.
Yep.
That win went through with. So do you see anyone use any of the other ones? I know one of the ones I used to use was the one that would give you gold per kill, but I would get too frustrated that hero or character wouldn't get the last hit, so I wouldn't get the gold.
Yeah, so that's called Ancient's Bounty. I use it a lot now. Back in Alpha, we had full reign of every character, and now that we're in full release, you have to unlock them. I don't get cool perks, so I don't have any of them unlocked. So I haven't seen, like Ancient's Bounty is one of the few ones that you can start to get pretty immediately. We don't see that very often because once you get, into your last match, the gold isn't worth it anymore. But I do use it, and it has saved me in quite a few situations. We see a lot more haste though, and we see a lot more flower power than anything else.
Oh, this penguin is going to be the deciding factor. They both had 3 left, but the penguin's just putting out too much.
Yeah, no, Bitcoin Bratton #1 there. So we got Happy and Bitcoin Bratton winning their first matches.
That's very impressive, and both of them look like they employed the frog with the 2 same buffs as well to get through as the winner.
Yep.
Maybe that's the strat we're going to see coming all the way through to the final. We're going to end up with everybody using it.
Probably. So it used to be really popular to put in like combos in the sense of, let's say you have your Flower Mojo, right? And your Flower Mojo gives a little bit of extra attack speed to players, as well as confusing the enemy characters, right? So you would put that with a Frodo Swamphag that was, you know, when they both got to level 3 and Frodo had the flower power, it was just forced to be reckoned with. Same thing with I believe the Moss Mojo, who gives some armor, and then you would put Zerlin the Lesser. So now you have double armor, right? It like that used to be a big thing, and I'm seeing a little bit of it now, but people are shying more away from it. I'm not quite sure why. Or you'd put a Frodo with like the Leaf Mojo that will you know, heal. Right, so Leaf Mojo heals, and then the Frodo also heals, and it's like you just can't fight that, you know.
That's the play I normally go for.
Exactly. So we're seeing that a little bit, and for those of you who are brand new to Mojo Melee, these are the advantages you want to know about. Definitely something that you want to keep in mind if you're going to come play the game.
Yeah, there's so many synergies that can happen between them as well. I know you mentioned the Mojo that does the confusion. I forget which one it is, but pairing that with the bear that also has the roar that also does a confusion, you can end up confusing a whole team for 6 seconds, and it is infuriating.
I have been stuck in that, and I have been so upset. Like, I've been in a hangout and I've had to like mute myself because I'm just so upset, where I'm like, no, and then I come back and I'm like, all right, that was a good game, thank you.
Great game, guys. GG, have fun.
Yeah, you know, I'm just like I'm like in the background screaming the word no as much as possible, right? I'm like, no, and then I come back, I'm like, all right, good game, you know. And I'm like, so then I'm like, man, I wish I had this combo so that I could use it myself, because it's just so good. Those things come out, and when they come out, they're really good until like everybody starts countering it. Right. So, okay, so Brooke is going to stun everybody. Well, I'm just going to have 3 tanks. So good luck with that, you know, and then the Brooke goes away. So it's a weird balance that happens, and it's all social. It feels like, because we're a smaller game right now, you know, I think we have upwards of like 5,000 people playing a day, which is fantastic. But that's still, in terms of other auto chesses that are well established, that's a pretty small number. So it's very social. Okay. So like one group finds the meta, the new meta that works, and then they move on to like spreading that, and then there's a group that counters that meta, and it's just such a weird shift, because it's almost like within days the meta changes because of that, you know, because everybody is so connected
out together.
Exactly.
One thing that you might know more than me, I've played both this a fair amount and TFT a fair amount as well, and like we talk about a lot of the last ones of, oh, this one's a gold, this one's the silver. I feel there's less RNG in this than TFT of getting your units upgraded where you want. Or how do you feel about that? I might just get lucky more, I guess.
Yeah. So I would say that RNG can really make or break you in the game. That's why it's important to have a good team that you know is going to give you what you need throughout the rounds. It's okay to experiment, but don't put, you know, all 6 gold champions on there, because you might never get the opportunity to use them. I would say that in a game like TFT, where you literally roll a lot more for champions because you get a lot more gold, right? And there's a lot longer, you know, the game is a lot longer. The RNG does affect you a little more, I feel, because you just spend so much time and so much gold and so much effort. And sometimes you get into the I forget what they call it, but it's like where you're literally just like refresh. Oh, where's my 40 gold? You know, here we don't do that. Like, we refresh sometimes. So you might have like 12 gold, and you're like, oh, I can refresh twice to see what champions I get. So the RNG does get a little bit more padded down in that sense, but at the same time, if I go into a match and very first round I don't get any champions, that's almost a death sentence, you know. So it can be crippling and it can be detrimental, but most of the time, especially if you have a good lineup that's not, you know, overloading your gold, your economy as it comes in, you know, RNG really doesn't affect you.
Yeah, it comes with the same thinking as well. I don't know if you play the 2 styles differently. Obviously, there's more than one game mode that is got Mojo Melee. There's the one we're seeing now, which is the 8v8. But then there's also the Brawl, which is the 1v1. are your tactics different in each of that, because it can potentially be such a shorter game that you only need to win 3 in a bounce?
Yeah, it is different. So the way that I always look at it is the first round you want to get 3 champions to start. And then from there you want to beef them up, and once you get 1 to level 3 you can add a new champion. So that's how I kind of, and if I have to do 2, like sometimes I only get a Mojo and like a Zerlin, I have to run with that, right? So what I'll do is I'll kind of put the Zerlin in the front, and then I'll put the Mojo in the back. That way Zerlin takes all the brunt, and hopefully the Mojo can do all the damage. Speaking of, look at this match. So it's down to Mojo. It's a level 1 versus a level 1, but the one has at least the flower power on. So I think they're probably.
I think that's not the flower power, because that's dark blue. That's the haste, and dark blue is the It's not the chaos one, is it? Or it might be the lightning one if it's dark blue, right?
It's lightning retribution. Yeah, sorry. The lights, they're in my eyeballs. It's like the sun in my.
Yeah, and then my cat fell down the stairs.
My cat fell down the stairs. I got stung by a bee.
I like to see this now, where we're getting to see where they're placing. And selling. I've not seen someone sell so early. This is only the second round.
So you do not get a gold penalty for selling. What you sell is 100% of what you paid.
Oh.
So it's a good tactic. And I keep telling people, like, lock your champions in if you have champions you want. Don't be afraid if you have 12 gold to roll ones and sell the champions that you no longer need. It's all about the composition and outsmarting your enemy.
We've got the platypus. He is putting a lot of... There's the fusion though that we spoke of.
Good job, Brooka. Brooka is holding on for dear life, fighting the wrong champion.
And it just moved the platypus in between both of them. Otherwise,
we go.
the AoE would have only have hit the bear.
So they're both healers. It's a level 2 versus a level 3, and the level 2 has less. Man. But there is a stone, right? That's light blue, or no, that's dark blue.
It doesn't matter, I don't think. He does not look like he's going to be winning this one.
Listen, I try not to say anything at all. Okay, good job, Opposium. I try not to say anything at all, because whatever I say, the opposite happens.
It's going to happen. You're out here trying to not give out caster curses, where I'm just like, he's definitely going to win now. And then
my previous co-host Tanner and I talked about the caster curse, because it was like 3 times I would say something and the opposite would happen. And I'm like, I don't think I could say anything anymore. All right, so that's
we can see this using ancient as well.
Yeah,
and he's got more ancients come out. He better hope this Mojo kills something, because he has now got a triple stack of ancient on there.
So the unfortunate thing is, whomever is on 2, I can't see their name. They're guaranteed, and the one who has 0 is guaranteed loss, because it's the 3rd round. Okay. Yeah, so Ippolito's is guaranteed moving on, and the other one is guaranteed not, because they have 0. They need 2 minimum to move on to the next one. That's how this is structured. So if they were going to win this one and get 2, they would have moved on, but they were unfortunately eliminated. I could already tell.
Why is the frog purple?
Skin. Cool
okay.
Skin. Yeah.
I've not seen cool kid skins before. I've obviously not been playing against cool kids.
Yep. So good job, Ippolito's, getting three trophies. We'll see you in the semi. Oh, I'm sorry, that's my bad. Happy Opposium, Swaggy Swag, and Nikemzi. Ippolito's got eliminated. That is my bad. Okay, so so skins just recently started going into the game. So we're working on it as we go. Skins just now started showing in the game. So yeah, that's probably why we haven't seen them before. Maybe, I don't know, a month ago, maybe a little more.
Yeah, because that really threw me. I thought maybe he had been poisoned and he had gone pink from being poisoned. But yeah, that's awesome. We've seen a lot of this Panther as well. I think this is Panther. This the same lineup or the Panther again?
Yeah, so the Panther is Dawn Striker, and she is crazy good. For a while, she was out of meta, but she's come back. There are actually people that are running full assassin builds now with Baron and Dawn Striker.
Oh, really? Because last time I played and saw, was just as Dawn Striker, the Panther, had been introduced, and
Oh,
there
okay.
was the bug where she would get stuck in the air, and I
Yep.
would beat Moscafetto, our head of research, every time because his would be just stuck floating.
Yep, that was the bane of our existence for a while. Definitely, I think it's fixed completely. There was a time where it was like we kept putting out fixes, and then it would just like it would haunt us. It would just come back. Oh look, this is an assassin build. Nice.
This is interesting to see as well that Varen is only a 4 cost. That's
Yep.
the platypus, right? The 4.
Yep.
That's real good for putting out an AoE damage over time for 4.
Yes, it is. And look at them run immediately in.
Yeah, and they're all going to be in range of the AoE as well, easily.
Yep.
If he even gets to let it off.
There it is. And it was like right at the last second. Biddy Pelly, good job against CMD Rua. CMD Rua and Biddy Pelly are like one of the top 5. Period. They are like the best players in this game. So it was crazy to see that match and see CMD take the hit, because he's usually like at the end of a tournament, he's like first or second almost every tournament.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that was
Well,
interesting
he
to see.
clearly upped his game with the.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was this guy's Panther was the winner. That's what I'm putting this on. He
Yeah.
had a better Panther.
It's hard. I mean, and when you get into these games, like prior to everything, back in the day, I'm a washed up esports pro, right? Like way back in the day, I played Overwatch. So it's really hard to stay on top, especially in games like this, because you have to do so much research. I mean, I literally had a notebook. Every time I made a mistake, I would write it down in my notebook, and then every week I would pick 3 mistakes to completely fix, and I would just, So in this kind of game, like it's hard because you have to say, will this team be able to counter Varen Mastalier? Will it be able to counter Dark Brightly? If it can't, how can I avoid getting ruined by these compositions? It's a lot of work. This Dawn Striker at 1 HP is just
That was so lucky coming out of
Yeah.
nowhere to finish that off. I think that's just won it for him.
Yeah.
I think that has the sudden change of target when he got his ult, got him out of the situation
my
where he would have died, and now he's won
Yep.
it. Ooh,
Look at that. Look
that
at
was
that.
impressive.
Metatron.
Well done,
Metatron is also a
Metatron.
solid player. And Gone. Oh, Gone got 3rd place. Gone, her name in the Discord is Nadata, and she shows up to every single hangout session. So just a quick shout out to Gone for being awesome and constantly. I mean, all of these people are literally all the time, but Gone specifically doesn't miss a hangout session.
Awesome. That's probably why they managed to secure 3rd, all the practice.
Yeah. Yep. Very, very good. Like all of these players, I mean, these are the best of the best. Like we have a pretty weird way of pulling people for these tournaments with like trophy wins and stuff. And we had to limit it to 10 matches a day so that we could be as accurate as possible with these trophies. So pretty much everybody that's getting into these matches, they're people that you see every single day. If you go into the 1v1s, you're going to see one of these 32. And I'm very sorry that you have to match up to them if you're brand new. At that point, though, I suggest that you get through those and go into the 8v8 melees where you can just have fun and, really, really see what this is all about. But yeah, every one of these 32 players, I see them all the time. I talk to them every day. They're constantly giving me feedback. Some of it's good, some of it's just yelling at me, but I appreciate all of it,
And the AI mode is a lot better than it used to be as well now. I recently got someone to play Mojo Melee. I didn't want them to get trounced by the 32 pros that you have there daily.
Right.
So I sent them in against the AI, and it's a lot better than it was because I think I played this game when it very first came onto the scene,
Yeah.
which is almost like a year and a half, 2 years ago was the first time I played it, and the AI wouldn't spend all of its gold, so it was kind of unrealistic to practice against. But now the AI has got a lot better, and it spends its gold when you're playing against it. And I've watched some of my friends lose to the AI, which I had not seen previously.
Right, dude. So the AI in the beginning was like laughable. It was like whatever. They just kept putting out champions and they would leave them at level 1. So you'd fight like 6 level 1 champions at the final round. Now,
And then have 23 gold in their pocket.
yeah, exactly. Then for a while it was a running joke that the AI will destroy you. You will not win. You better be like prepared. And now I think they did a little bit of a tweak so that it's better, but there was a time where it was like these bots are just destroying everybody. Like you can't win against them. So I think they did a little tweak now, but yeah, bots are crazy all around. All
Yeah.
right. So so we're going into the last matches now, I believe. What do you think so far? I mean, we've seen a lot of games going through. What do you have any predictions on who you think might win? You know,
The one's using the platypus, because as we can see with this person laying them out, platypus is here again. And for 4 gold, when you were telling me about what the platypus could do, I was assuming 5/6. I didn't realize it would be the lowest cost possible, because
Yeah.
the AoE they put out for that dot is, I'd say, quarter of the board, easily quarter of the board.
I personally believe that they should make a champion that send its damage per second is a quarter of a second, but it only does 1 damage, and it
Just keep slowly ticking away. What
Yeah,
animal
one-
would that be?
what's up? What animal would that be? Oh man, what animal is like super repetitive about that kind of
A
stuff?
woodpecker. I'm thinking Woody Woodpecker just pecking away on
Yep.
them.
Yep. And then it would go 1 damage, 2 damage, 3 damage, right? That would be their so at 3 damage, quarter second, right? So and then you put some haste on it. Oh my gosh. All right, so it's Shax versus Biddy Pelly here.
I
Let's
think
see
they just won as well with the platypus again.
Yes, they
The
did.
other team didn't. This team does have a platypus, and it
Yep.
looks like they're only running platypus and their Mojo.
Now it's interesting here. I don't know if this is like a background thing or if this just happened by happenstance, but each team has exactly the same amount of trophies. Each component opponent. So it's 1-1-0-0, 1-1-0-0.
And they're now running exactly the same comp.
Very interesting.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, look at this.
It's exactly the same comp, except one has got the gold and one has got the 2 power-ups instead.
Yup.
What do you think is going to be better, the power-ups or the gold platypus?
The power. Caster's Curse. As soon as I started talking, I was like, Caster's Curse, man. I don't want to say anything.
It's the
Power-ups
power-ups.
winning.
I really would have put it on the gold platypus. I wouldn't have thought the power-ups were that powerful.
So the power-ups, so the Mojo went to the back line and kept the enemy platypus occupied so that their platypus could take out their Mojo. So it ended up being a power imbalance. That's what happened there.
That was fantastic. Though. Again, 2 platypus. I reckon we're just going to keep seeing those all the way through to the end of this event.
Yep.
I want to see more of a Gravel Stash, just for his name and his cute little pickaxe.
We love Gravel Stash. Gravel Stash should be the first plushie. You heard it here, Mike. I'm sure you're watching. I'm telling you to make a stuffy. All right. All right,
That'd
let's
be
see.
awesome.
So we've got a Frodo Swamp Hag now. That is the healer and also has the fastest DPS in the game. Let's see how that
And
goes.
they do have a Panther, though, and that's going straight to the Mojo, but a gold
Oh, yeah.
Mojo that's also powered up. I don't think
Yep.
the Panther's going to do too well.
Well, the Panther will, depending on the level. We'll see in a second. Panther's gone.
Panther's sold. Okay.
Yep. I was
So now
gonna
they've
say-
got, again, duplicate. They've got the same build.
Yep.
Except one's
Unfortunately, 2 level 3s look like it's a little too much here.
Oh, I don't know. Because
The-
they're not targeting the
The
Frodo
Frodo Swamp Hag.
Hag.
Yeah.
I knew it couldn't have been as easy as Frog.
The Swamp Frog. Yes.
But I
Um,
think he's gonna win because
oh,
they didn't
man.
target his bronze one Frog.
Dude, I'm telling you. Yeah,
These
look
two
at
are
that.
just healing off of each other. They are taking no damage. Well done, I cannot
Biddy,
say that.
Biddy Pelly.
Biddy Pelly, good
Yeah.
job there. Managing to out heal.
Yup. We got Big Barove and we got Cup in the finals there. Or this is semifinals. And then we got Biddy Pelly. This is gonna be a lot.
We might see Death Polo. That's the scorpion at the back, no?
Yeah. So Death Colo, his ability is he sends a cone that's damage. So he
Yeah.
and sends a cone straight out.
Do you know, I've
Um,
never seen him do that because every time I've used him, he's instantly died.
Yeah. Oh, and again, I think they're like
Oh, and
faking
they've
it.
got rid of it.
Yeah, they're like faking it.
They're hearing us talk about wanting to see
Uh-huh.
these guys, and they're like, we'll get rid of it.
Yep. Oh man,
Oh,
look
he
at
is
this.
getting the red is not doing too hot though.
No, not at all.
Which was the third one he had? Was it another the frog as well, but he instantly died, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. Biddy Pelly, congratulations. Rua,
Man,
I am sorry, buddy. Rua is crazy good.
still a chance to come third.
Yes, there is.
Okay, what are we gonna see here? Yeah, more Froda and a Dawn. I reckon that Dawn's just gonna be a distraction
Probably.
more than anything else. Just putting out as like a meat soak.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's sometimes you need that, right? Sometimes I put a level 1 because like I have nothing else I can do. I put it all the way up front, and then I put everybody behind it so that it just takes like the first 4 hits.
And we can see they are being very particular about where they're placing
Yep.
their dudes, and that's something you've touched on already.
Yeah, it was kind
Did
of
it
funny to
work?
see the Dawn Striker go after Dawn Striker that moved. Oh my gosh, look at this! And the Dawn Striker is just not being targeted, doing her thing.
Yeah. I think this is Red's. Oh no, because the 2 healers have just paired together now. But no, they're not healing through this. There's still 4 of them left. I don't see it.
It's really, if they can get another heal off, it's possible. I'm not gonna lie.
No, Mojo's not going to get it.
Nope, there it is.
That was that, like you said, that Panther that just got ignored the whole time.
Yep. Congratulations, Big Barav. All right. I believe. Let's see. Let's ask Sam in the background if there's another match possibly going on that we can turn to. All right. I think we've got one more. We can head right over to it.
It looks like Group 2 should be going.
Okay. Actually, we've
So now we're also managing to cast a curse games for us to watch as well.
yeah. All right. So it seems like all the matches have finished up, I believe. We're not, we don't have anything else going on. So everybody has finished up. We'll be back with the updated leaderboard, having everybody come in for their semifinals and finals. We're gonna take a bit of a break, but before we do, I just want to ask George, what did you think of those games? Did you think that was going to happen the way that it did, and who was your favorite character?
It's got to be the platypus. Like
Okay,
I've mentioned it so many times already. The
There you
value
go.
for money on this platypus is amazing, and the fact that we're seeing multiple comps that are exactly
Yep.
the same of the platypus. I believe is it the Moss Mojo they're using, correct?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, the Moss Mojo and
Moss or Leaf?
the frog. I think it was the Moss from the ability they were doing, but yeah, like seeing multiple comps matching, I think that's going to be the comp we see go through. I'd say the outlier is the Panther, but the Panther is only good if it's not getting targeted, it seems.
Yeah.
If your Panther's allowed to do what it wants, you're going to do fine. If your
Yeah.
Panther jumps in, like we were just watching then, and instantly dies, you're not going to do as hot.
Right. No, I completely agree. Absolutely crazy. Totally. So the Panther specifically, let's just talk about that real quick. If you get the Panther to level 3, even if they're targeted, it's no contest. The Panther's gonna be a force. When they came out at first, everybody started using her, and it was like night and day. Like, oh my gosh, you can't stop it. So if you get her to level 3, but before that, kind of squishy, I'm not gonna lie. Varen's really cool. I'm always loving the Frodo Swamp Hag, though. I will be a Frodo Swamp Hag lover until I die. Just fastest DPS. You put some flower power on it. You put some haste on her. Good to go. You've got the best DPS and a 4 gold. It's one of the lowest purchases. So
yeah,
definitely
it's one we're seeing in the comp as well.
Yeah.
With the Panther, what is the special ability? It's a redirect to a new target, right?
Yeah, so you see when the Panther first jumps in, they go to the back line, right? And they do the spin. That's their ability. So they do a spin, they hit the target, and then they start slashing. And then when they have their ability again, they again go from that one to the furthest enemy. Okay, do their spin, do a hit, and then start slashing. So they're just jumping around. They're like a Beyblade. Literally.
Do you think that's a good thing? Because I think I was watching some of this, and I think that's how the one that lost their Panther ended up losing, because they were attacking someone they were doing better than, got the ultimate, jumped to someone else, and basically just got one slapped out of the way.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, it happens, and it happens sometimes, you know, because you can't control that. So it's really a calculated risk that you need to think about. You definitely can't control how Dawn Striker does her thing. It's auto chess, you know, emphasis on auto. So
Auto. Yeah.
yeah. All right, cool. Well, we're gonna take a short break. We're gonna get everything set up in the background, and then we'll be back with the semifinals and finals. George, anything else before we sign off?
No, that's all. I hope all you
Okay.
guys stay around and make sure you keep checking this out because these have been adorable, and it's great to see this platypus really standing up to everybody.
The man said adorable. All right. Okay, everybody. So we will be back very soon. Thank you all for tuning in. You know, anywhere from I think about 10 minutes is what we're gonna need, maybe a little bit shorter. Just hang out here. We'll get you all back in for the semifinals and finals. We'll see you in a minute.
Peace.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We had a little bit of a mix-up. We have one more match to show, so we're going to show that in just a second. Just wanted to bring you all back to the Fall Face-Off. My name is Mikey Kieran, and I'm here with my co-host, George. George, why don't you just give a very quick intro and then say hi to a couple of people?
So everybody, I'm still George in the meta from games.gg. I'm looking at the chat and we can see you guys have been chatting even during the intermission, which is fantastic.
Appreciate it, yeah.
Hello Feng, Amy, and we've got Straw Hat in here as well. And I saw other names, David. We've got a lot of people showing up from the games side. So thank you everybody coming out and watching. I'm sure there's many of you over on the Mojo side, and I'll bring that up later to interact with some of you from the chat as well.
Yes, sir. All right, so we're going to head right into the gameplay. We're going to get this last match going. We're going to get the final semifinalists.
Whoever we're watching has lost. They don't have a platypus. This is what I'm calling right now.
Right.
They're not going to win. No.
So here's the thing, though. They got a Batacamus Rex with haste. Okay, Batacamus was the best tank in the game for the longest time, and he's arguably still. So let's see how this goes.
And it's got matching on the other side as well.
Yeah.
The hippo. Because I was saying before the start, I wanted to see beefy front lines. These are the first ones I think that are using a beefy front line.
So we've changed a lot. We used to have a meta where you would do 2 or even 3 tanks, and we would just have like a full front line. But that's phased out a little bit. It's not as potent anymore. Here's the thing: this is still anybody's game because a level 2 Mojo.
Oh,
he's
got a little bit of armor left. It's just the armor.
You see this
way.
though, right?
I
You
would
see
be
how it could
furious.
literally be anybody's game. Hey, new. Congratulations on that win, Apposium. You did a really good job, dude. All right. Oh, we got Happy Indy, Polito, Swaggy, Hacker. Okay, this is the dream team here. Man, dude, that's what I'm saying though. Like, you know, you never quite know. You know, it really depends on so many factors.
We've got people in the chat also agreeing that was wild and that Mojo has no health left.
There's been times where that's happened during the hangout sessions, and I freak out just as much. Anybody who plays with me knows. I'm like, oh my god, what was that? You know? Oh man. All right. So we've got the level 3 Mojo up front. We got a level 3 Dawn Striker, and we got a Vera Mustaliar with haste on. Let's see how this goes.
And we've got the skin on the Panther as well. We're looking blue.
Yeah. Dabudi, Dabudai. Did it take you a second?
I don't know if anyone else is gonna get that.
I think. Listen, they might. Okay, they might.
All
right.
Bad jump though by the Panther. They were doing well where they were, and they jumped into Gravel Stash and got put down with the pickaxe.
I think we're just delaying the inevitable here. Yep, Crumble's going at it. There it is. Unfortunately, there's not. Oh, you can't run, buddy. You can't run.
Unlucky.
Unlucky. All right, so outside of Hack the Dream and I can't quite see the other person there, but most people still have a chance in this third round.
Oh, and that is Sans full Discord we're looking at right now. There we go. Okay, so we're going to jump back into that when we find someone else streaming, and we'll keep watching those ones.
Right.
I think the other name you couldn't see was Swaggy. Swaggy something.
Oh man. Oh, he made it in. Okay.
Yeah,
He must
Swaggy
have
back.
gotten
He was
his,
the other with 2 minutes.
yeah, he must have gotten his final trophies. All right. Let's see here.
Second chance. What's
second chance? Okay, so second chance revives your champion, and it hasn't been used in a while. So when your champion dies, it comes back with like 20, 40, 60% of health, depending on the level.
Surely, if you're running a healer team, that's pretty busted.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he does, because he's got Zerlin the Lesser.
Yep.
The healing tortoise.
He's a armor tortoise, so he gives armor to the champions. And you should honestly put Zerlin up front.
Yeah. I always equate his shield to health, though, just because, as we saw with the last game, the shield could be the thing that keeps you going even with no health.
Yeah, no, for sure. Oh my gosh, look at this, though. Man.
Who is doing all that damage to the one that just died?
Yep, and Brooka just got his ult off. Oh, and Brooka's gone. This really is anybody's game.
I think Power Penguin needed not to be getting hit here, though.
Yep. And there it is. So that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's a death sentence right there.
I really thought
Kind
the skin he had on the frog was going to make him win. You can't buy a skin and not win. I thought that was the whole
Listen.
point of skins.
I'm a decent car guy, and everybody knows that stickers on your car add 10 horsepower. So skins in game should also add 10 damage.
It's exactly how it works. He's running second chance again. He's just put it on his Mojo.
Oh, look. So what did you call Sumatra?
Is Sumatra the rhino?
Yeah,
Chunky.
Chunky.
All three, the rhino, the bear, and the hippo, chunky boys.
Chunky
and then
boys,
it was
there you go.
chunky lady for the elephant.
The skin on him makes him look kind of like a Yeti almost.
He looks kind of like how the mountain ended looking after he got brought back to life, you know, where his skin just went all blue and he was just muscle bound.
Yep.
Let's see if it's going to work against gravel, though, because it looks like it's not working at all. He is losing health.
There it
fast.
is. Yeah, I don't think Sumatra's very strong these days. Used to be. But of course, we have balance changes all the time.
Is Gravel Stash doing all this damage, or because he has just gone to 3 different people and they've died in front of him? And he is not taking any damage.
I think he's like last hitting everybody.
Oh, okay. He was taking no damage, and then suddenly he took all of the damage in the world and died.
Kainu, congratulations, buddy.
I think
All
he's
right.
the only one we've seen running this Mojo.
Yeah. The
don't
Mojo,
think
so
we've
Vine
seen
Mojo used to be really good, and then it fell off, and it might be coming back. You never know. I mean, when people win like this, it's you know, sometimes people just start changing things around. They're like, well, he won the tournament, so I got to run what he's running. You know, it's like, again, I'm gonna date myself here, but it's like Fast and the Furious. You know, Dominic Toretto shows up, and he's like, you know, this guy drives, and everybody wants what he has. It literally happens like that. So,
It's how everyone's
definitely,
recreating their team.
yeah. If you're not first or last, that's a completely different movie. Anyway, so that was awesome. Kainu, congrats on the win. Dikemzi got second place there. We wanted to get that last match in. That was the last match before the semifinals. So now we're going to take our break as we were. We are going to get everything sorted, and we're going to come back with the semifinals. George, any last words before we head on break? Any highs in the Discord or highs in the chat?
I see a lot of people now quoting the word family after you mentioned the word Fast and the Furious, so that's going well.
I got this ready. We're family. There you go.
Fantastic. And I'm glad that we've got to see more Gravel Stash coming out, because the name alone needs to be getting him out there. So I'm glad we've seen him picking away at people. And I hope, I think maybe the winner. So hopefully we'll see more of him as the semis and finals goes along.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, imagine like if this was real life and you were just like, all right, I'm going to fight with my friend. What is that? And he just pops out with a pickaxe. All right.
Surprise.
Sorry, I'm crazy. All right. I love all your faces. We will be back in just a little bit. We got to get all the semifinals set up, and then we'll be right back in. All right. We'll see you in a minute. Peace.
Peace.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Mikey Kieran, and we are back with the Mojo Melee Fall Face-Off with my co-host, George. George, once again, just for all the new people, why don't you go ahead and give a very quick introduction?
Hello, everybody. I'm George in the Meta from games.gg. I can see all of you on our Twitch in the chat asking for some shout outs. We've got Bagware, Amy Infused, Feng, Straw Hat. There was others, but chat's moving quick, so I've missed your names. If I've missed you, my deepest apologies.
A quick chat is a happy chat, man. All right. Okay, so well, great. So we have just gotten through the semifinals. I made a personal mistake. For some reason, I kept saying that we were going into the semifinals. We're going into the finals. The semifinals just happened. So we're going into the finals. We got the last 8 players. These are the best of the best in the tournament. They are competing, kicking each other's butts, trying to get those grand prizes. Can't wait to see exactly what goes on there. I'm really excited. We talked a whole lot, George, about like the characters and the meta and what you wanted to see. What I'm surprised about is that we haven't seen a whole lot of like multi-tank metas coming up in the front. It really seems like people are spending more time having an assassin in the background that'll go in and take care of business rather than having a good front line that'll protect the DPS. What do you think about all that?
I think it's because of the new movement that I seem to be seeing that I have not experienced previously when Chonky Boys were at the front. If you've got the Panther jumping over the Chonky Boys, it makes the Chonky Boys irrelevant. The only way you're going to be able to deal with getting jumped on is to jump back at them. So
Yeah.
I guess that has put my Chonky Boys out of this meta, but it is fun to see all the others getting in there. Going to keep harping on it. The Platypus, I'm loving seeing that one come out. I don't think we've seen the newest new character though, have we? Or was that the name of the Platypus?
Halita Beb. No, we haven't. No, we haven't. Very
Why do you
interesting,
think this
to be honest. You know, so okay, so here's the thing. We haven't seen them. It's very interesting that they're not in. Makes me wonder what their place is in the game. You know, if the tournament isn't using the newest character, which is usually the most broken, what does that mean for that character, right? You know, I mean, that's always how it goes, right? In pretty much every game, they release a new character, and then like that character just decimates everybody, right? Because I think it's because the devs in the background have so much fun playing this character, and they're like, "Oh my god, this is great!" And then they release it, and they're like, "Oh no, what did we do?" You know? But yeah, no. So we haven't seen Ali Tabeb at all. I'm very curious. You know, there usually isn't a change in the teams, right? The composition. They usually are like, okay, this is the team that worked. This is the team I'm going into the finals with. But I'm curious if anybody's going to mess around and change anything up. And we might see the newest champion. We might not. But yeah, I'm curious to see what goes on there. Go ahead.
Looking through the stats, the one comparable to it for me is Dark Brightly, because they've got matching range, they've got matching health, but the main difference that stands out to me is that the newest one has a slightly lower base attack and has what appears to be a significantly lower armor. So there's a good chance people don't seem to be using the raccoon that's got the extra range, and that, just looking at stats for me, that looks like would be a better choice than the new hero in the first place.
Yeah. No, for sure. So yeah, it sounds like there might be some new balance changes possibly coming out, you know, to help out with that kind of thing. Now, I do want to mention here what we're fighting for, okay? What all the prize details are. So I've got them up on my screen here. I'm going to let you guys know. The first place is pushing for a Pumpkinhead Mojo, a fall season Mojo, skins, and a $99 gem pack. That's pretty valuable when you really think about it. You know, the gem pack is already going to give you whatever you need, okay, in the shop, and then you're also getting a couple of free skins as well. That's pretty solid. And then we've got second place coming in, $50 gem pack and a fall season Mojo. We've got third and fourth. They're going to get a $25 gem pack and fall season Mojo. Top 8, everybody who made it in the finals, everybody here right now, Meerkat Champion Digital Collectible, Meerkat Chroma Skin, and then anybody who got into the top 32 gets a $25 gem pack. So everybody's leaving with something here today. I heard that we also got the game starting up, so we're going to go ahead and hop over to there, and we're going to see what kind of matches we got going on. All right, so we got the first match already. It looks pretty bleak for the Fang Fap. Let's see here. All right, Dude Bro is really taking the cake here. Oh no, Dude Bro. Uh-oh. I spoke way
I
too
think we
soon.
might get healed.
Oh man, look at that.
No, oh, unlucky. I think just as we were coming in as well, there was, I think Death Cola had just died.
Oh, Death
It did look
Cola.
like that was the corpse that was on the ground, but it was only there for a moment, so maybe we missed the showing
In Mojo Melee, there is no crime because you can't find the bodies.
because they evaporate. The
They
evidence
evaporate.
is gone, so you're fine.
There's this is a total side note, but there's a book that I read that very specifically when things die, they evaporate. It's very interesting. Anywho, moving on. So yeah, that was a loss for Dude Bro. Fang Fap really took it over.
There we can
Okay,
see
Dude
Death
Bro
Cola
versus
back
Black
out
Coffee
on
here.
the map.
What's that?
Death Cola is out on the map in front.
Yeah, look at that.
That is who we saw.
We're gonna see it.
disappear.
We've got one level 3 and then we got 2 level 1s. And the level 3 is beefed up. They're really banking on this Dawn Striker here. Now again, this is
I
for the marbles. Okay, all of them.
I wonder who they're going to put out as well, because currently it looks like the other team has only got the Panther and the Mojo, but there must be more coming. Oh, they
Yep.
swapped up
And
completely.
they sold it. This is a big strategy move. Is you can move stuff around and sell it, and you don't know what the other opponent's doing.
Oh, but they're not. No, this Panther is too much. Look how boosted it is, and gold.
Thank you, girl. Just too much.
Yeah.
Dude,
That
bro.
is a.
Hmm.
Dude, bro, it's got a. It looks like a haste and a flower power 2.
Yep, haste and flower power. Yeah, so that's why Dawn Striker's taking the cake here. But that's good because Dude Bro had lost this. That would have been the end for him. That would have been moving on.
Oh, we do have pretty even so far. We've only got 2 with 2 and 2 with 0, but 4 with 1.
Unfortunately, Black Coffee and Swaggy Swag have been kicked out because this was the second round. So the third round they have. Oh no, well we'll see what goes on at least for this match. They're that's the end of it.
Toying
But-
with the idea of Froda. Yeah.
So yeah, so Frodo's really good here, even at level 1. As long as you can keep people off of Froda, it's a very good strategy to put her out even at level 1 because that extra little bit, can make all the difference.
I really feel that Death Cola needs to not be on this board, but I feel they're there as a meat shield just to take aggro.
Well, Death Cola was a scorpion. Is there really meat in there?
Not really.
All right.
God.
So let's see here.
I don't think it's great that his Mojo is
Done
getting
from
targeted.
Ruka.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, flying over though.
Oh,
That redirect from the power up on the Panther.
whew. Dude, bro.
Dude, bro.
Congrats on qualifying.
Nice. So it looks like Swaggy Swag and someone Coffee are the only ones that didn't win a single one that round. Unlucky guys.
Well, they have 2 more matches to go through. It's a best of 3, just like the semifinals were. So they have an opportunity to change their composition if they want to, or they could double down. Well, totally up to them.
He's putting more into
So
Death Cola.
yeah, there we go. I was gonna say if I was them, I would roll just to see if I could get a stone down. Now here's something interesting. Both haste and flower power are 1 gold stones. So in this case, if you're looking at strategy here, if you have 2 gold left, it is worth it to roll to see if you can get your last stones.
It looks like he's got flower power maxed already. Judging by the size.
Yep.
And then haste is still at level 2. It looks like because it's small, but with the bit coming off the bottom.
Nope, agree. That's exactly what's happening.
But it looks like his Panther is getting focused a lot more.
Look at that.
Yeah. Oh, but is it
Death
enough?
Colo just used the ult. That's the first time you got to see it.
Yeah.
Frodo, keep him alive. Oh,
That was so unlucky. The Panthers swapping targets gave such an advantage to Drix. Drix
Yep.
too good.
yeah, it's Dr. Ixon actually.
Oh,
In the Discord, it's Dr. Ixon, but here it's Drixon.
Drid. Yeah, that makes more sense than what Drixon.
Yeah. All right, so we got Dr. Ixon and we got Nikemzi in the finals for this one. So one of them's going to take first, one of them's going to take second, and then we'll go into the next match. Let's see how this goes.
You need more gold. You can't get a colo for 1 gold. No matter how much he tries to drag it out.
Right. Oh man. All right. So we got a lot of level 3s on the board here.
Hmm.
I'm very curious how this is going to go because you don't know what's on the other side yet.
And I think it's not what we're looking at the shadows of. No,
Oh, I'm gonna give it.
as
I'm gonna
well.
give it to the person we're watching. Happy, I'm sorry. I just don't think you had the ability to
I
get
dunno.
your chance. Oh, see, Gaster's curse.
As soon as you said that, everyone targeted the Panther and took him out. And now
Oh
the
my
roar
God.
again, getting them confused. You have just
Look at the
cursed
amount of
it.
stuns. Oh
This
man,
is all on you.
it's not on me. Stop it. If it's on me,
That
I win first
Panther
place.
got ruined. The Panther jumped to the back line, but the back line was made up of 3 people. So the Panther just lost all the health.
Oh my gosh, Nikemzi, good job on first place. Happy took second. All right, we're gonna get the next match set up. Congratulations to everybody who got their points there, and let's see what happens in the next one. So, there was a lot of surprising events. What was your favorite out of all of that?
My favorite happened mere moments ago when you said the person we're watching with the Panther's going to win, and the Panther instantly died.
Listen,
But in all seriousness, it was getting to see people use some of the ones we haven't seen before. So like Death Cola came out, and there was another one someone had out momentarily. I don't think we saw it play, but we saw the ghost of it as well. I think it might have been the turtle. I think we saw some of that as well. We hadn't seen that previously before the intermission either. So it does seem like people are already changing up how they were doing it, because I had already called that it was going to be the frog, the platypus, and the Mojo. That was going to be everyone's setup. And we've come back from a break, and I'm instantly wrong, and no one is running that.
all right, me too, buddy. Me too. Yeah, no, that was crazy. That last match, that was also my favorite. Just the amount of activity that happened there, and like you had stuns, you had Varen throwing out his gas, just farting on people. It was craziness, and it was very hard to follow. But in the end, Nikemzi took it, and Happy put up a really good fight. Again, 2 very good. Nikemzi, I don't know as well as Happy. Happy's been with us since the beginning, but 2 very good players, and I'm really excited to see how this goes in the in the end. I mean, I really can't vote. Do you have anybody that you're like, I'm rooting for this person? Because I don't. I usually do. I don't have somebody right now.
I want to say, because they definitely made it to this stage, but we didn't get to observe them just now. Whoever was using gravel thingy stash, they need to win because of using him. That is why, because of the beautiful name. I do have a question though.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah. Okay, so we're that's awesome. So gravel stash. Let's see if we see him in the next matches. We've got them up right now. We're heading in. This is the first round, anybody's game. Oh, the 3v2. So
they didn't put lesser out.
Usually in this, I'm not gonna curse, right? But usually in this, I say the 3 is better than 2 in the first round. And then so it's quantity over quality in the first match, the first round. And then it flips to quality over quantity in any rounds moving forward. That has only failed out of the 45 times that I've said it. Most likely, it's failed once.
I would say, in my experience of doing it, the only time I've seen 2 beat 3 in the first round is if you've powered up your Mojo and you put a thick boy in front that just absorbs everything for you.
That's what it is.
If not, if you've got the Panther and he's jumping the backline's all 3 of them stood next to each other. Yeah, you're not doing anything.
If you were unfortunate enough to get 3 squishies, you didn't have anybody that could really absorb some damage, and then the other team has like a level 1 Mojo and a level 2 Patacamus Rex or something, it's a pretty good chance they're going to win. Like I said, though, usually it's a good bet to do 3 champions over 2 if you can, and if you can't, you really got to be strategic with your placement.
And we've just seen him pay the 1 to roll to luck out and get a haste onto Froda as well. So that was a
Yep.
good roll.
So let's see how it goes here. They were hoping that Frodo would take the brunt of the damage so that they could, heal it up. But unfortunately, it didn't happen.
I still give it to Frodo's side though, unless the bear gets the roar off and the placement changes.
Yep. I'm hearing Caster's Curse right now.
No, he's only halfway to getting his roar. No chance.
Well, but look at the damage.
Yeah, I've
And
just
there's the roar.
seen.
And there's the roar.
Frodo needs to be faster so he gets scared further away so he can't be hit.
Right.
He's under stun.
I'm gonna be honest. It's still anybody's game. Although Brooka did kind of scare him away from that. Oh, there we go. Oh,
but
man.
he just healed
See what I'm
himself back
saying?
up.
It's anybody's game. Like, it really is just going back and forth.
There you go.
And there it is. Dude, bro,
Yeah.
congrats on that win, Fang Fap. You did a really good job.
That was a close one, real close. I think the roar in the end, I think it helped the person that won rather than the one that let off the roar, because
Yeah.
he got stuck against the edge and the bear only cast one swing animation that whole time, but he was
Yeah.
stuck throughout that whole roar.
Oh, man. All right, so selling the Dawn Striker. Okay. Real interesting.
This is
Oh, my gosh.
it's been a lot of faith in Frodo.
Yeah. Well, Frodo's amazing. I'm not joking. Frodo is wild. Maybe
Maybe a
they'll
lot
release
of
it.
help on the other team though.
Yeah, but look at this. Look at the damage that's just coming out
Oh,
of
they are
Frodo.
both double downing on the same person. If they change from the Mojo though, that's going to be bad.
It looks like they're going to have to.
They're going to after the roar. They've changed to the bear. Oh, but the bear is getting melted. Jeez.
Yep, and here's heals.
Okay. That didn't seem to matter.
No. Like I said, Frodo is crazy. And like the amount of heals that she can put out, now she has haste on her. Unfortunately, it looks like the Mojo's going to go down, but we do have 2 level 3s,
Okay.
and one of them has a lot more going for it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the skin is not the skin to win. I don't think. I think
No.
the
we're not-
normal
we're
is
not-
going to be the one.
We're not pay to win. Oh, man, look at this. So this is going to be a really long match.
I was going
they're
to
both
say this
gonna
is
kill
going to
each
go to
other.
timer.
Yeah. They're just going to heal each other forever. There you go.
Oh!
Themselves, rather. It got close, though, didn't it? Dude, bro.
He would have died if he didn't. The first one didn't win. That last animation would have killed the one that survived.
Yeah,
That is too close. And look at that
I
roll.
was going to say. You can't do it. He tried. He was like, maybe I have enough.
If I do it quick enough, maybe I can skip it through.
If I spam it, it'll work.
I don't know how I feel about the Panther in this lineup, though. Depending on where he lands.
So I think it's welcoming. I think that I would have preferred something tanky like General Docs, but I think it's welcoming because now they're going to focus on the Panther for a little while, which is perfect because they can land extra hits.
If the other two can target the same one, that would be good, but it doesn't look like they are. No. I think Platypus is going to pull this one through
Well, let's see.
because no one is targeting him yet.
There
There
we
you
go.
go. There's the Mojo. Wait, who's that in the background?
That's Halle. That's Halle.
Oh, wow.
Hey, you got to heal. No.
There we go. The power of the Platypus.
Mackenzie won last match.
That's
I
very
think
well done.
Mackenzie won against Happy last match, didn't they?
Honestly, terrible with names. Not gonna lie. Why do you think that I'm still calling the characters in here by their...
No, that's fine. That's totally fine. Production, can we get a new co-host? No, I'm joking. All right, so yeah, no, that was wild, and I really do think it came down to Mackenzie and Happy last match too. So it's shaping up that they're going to be number 1 and number 2. You know, but we have no idea. Like Happy could take this right now.
Did this one just trade off Dawn Striker to put out Zet the Lesser?
Yeah. Zerlin should have been in front, though. This is a big thing that people don't do with Zerlin. Zerlin gets armor. Like, just put him in front. You know, he'll survive 2 to 3 rounds like that.
And now he's armored everyone else up.
Yep,
To
exactly.
be
That's
fair,
why
with his
like
current
let him take the
positioning,
damage.
he was getting targeted quite hard already. Oh, wow, they are putting a lot of damage out from the back from the Halitibit.
Yep.
Yeah. That put a lot of work out. And there you go, the platypus again.
This is a done deal.
And the heel. But I don't think it matters. The dot is going to go through it. Yeah.
There it is.
The dot was in line with the heel.
Dr. Ixon squeaking ahead there, taking that 3rd place. Happy took first.
Happy
So
ended up
Mackenzie
taking
was first last match. Happy took it this match. They are fighting for that 1st place right now. Holy! Why isn't my cup your color? That's amazing. I want a pink cup.
And it's also, I don't know if you can really tell at the size of this, but compared to my head, I think
yeah.
this is a liter.
So I have one here. I just decided to use this, but this is my normal canteen, right? Yeah.
We've got to stay hydrated for the amount of words that are coming out of our mouth. Otherwise, it's
Hydrate
just
or
not gonna
dihydrate,
be
man.
fun.
I literally, so here's the trick real quick, okay? Before we get into that, add a little bit of salt, helps with hydration. Anyway, so
mine's electrolytes, creatine, and glutamine. So I've got all the good stuff in mine.
okay, and that's why you're doing this and I'm doing this. Anyway, that was a crazy match. Okay, so Mackenzie took first place last match. Happy took first place this match against Mackenzie. I have no idea what's going to happen in the final match. For all we know, somebody's going to come out and grab first place that did not, that was not in those spots before, and we're going to have to do some magic in the background to figure out who sits where. But that was wild. I particularly liked when we saw Holly Tabeb, man. That was like, and they won too. They won that match. We were just talking about when they come out. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if it's not those two that have won already, I wouldn't be surprised if the one running Halle Tibet was winning, because that, I think they came 3rd that time. But that was very impressive to see, because that was an obscene amount of damage coming out. Even with the Panther jumping on the back 3, did nothing. Got melted far too quickly.
No, for sure. That was a really crazy match. I'm excited to see this final one. This is for all the marbles. Again, let's just go over this really quick so that everybody knows what we're fighting for. First place is getting a Pumpkinhead Mojo, a Fall Season Mojo, 99 gem pack. Okay, 2nd place, Fall Season Mojo, and a 50 gem pack. Those right there, that's worth it. That's worth it just for, trying your best. Okay, and then we got 3rd and 4th place. They're going to get a Fall Season Mojo and $25 gem pack. Again, worth it to me. Seeing as how I have 0 gems, that is very worth it to me to do. And then the top 8 all get a Meerkat Champion digital collectible. They're going to get the Chroma skin. Okay, so everybody who's here right now fighting against each other, they're leaving with something. And anybody who was playing today in the semifinals going to get a $25 gem pack. So everybody's leaving with something. There's a lot going on, and I do want to make an honorable mention that everybody that qualified, that played, participated in the qualifiers, as long as they met their match requirements and got everything the way that they need to, they're going to get a $5 currency pack, a fall face-off badge, and 3,500 Discord Mojo points. That's, just for playing the game that you like. You got some extra. That's pretty good to me. I wish
playing the game, gonna win something just for doing their 10 games.
Dude, I wish I could go into Apex Legends and they would just be like, "Hey man, we saw that you've been playing a while. Here's $20." All right, so we're going into the next match. This is the final one for all the marbles, assuming that we don't have to look into tie-breaking stuff. But let's see what goes on here. So we start off strong with the Varen Mustalier.
I was gonna say, I'm glad to see the platypus out there already.
Yeah,
Mojo
he's my favorite.
Have we seen that yet?
What's that?
The Mojo portal?
We've seen it once. So when the Mojo flew themselves to the back end, that was the Mojo. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So
I don't know if I would love that.
I believe that was the Mojo portal. It might have been teleport. Mojo portal might be different. Sometimes we blur the lines there. But no, so what was I going to talk about? Oh, Varen is the coolest character, I believe, in this game, to the point where we ran a Discord event for like a month just based on him. All right. Let's see here.
Okay, someone's confused out, but the DOT hit all 3 of them whilst they are all confused as well. They're going to be melting down.
So, oh man, I didn't say anything, but I really thought it was going one way, and it's not.
It's definitely
I'm
going.
keeping the caster curse to
platypus
myself.
way.
Thank
You,
you.
you need to stop doubting this platypus. That's all I'm saying. It looks like platypus is where it's at.
Yeah, no, for sure. Jeez.
Was
Good
that happy
job.
again? Yes, it was.
So we got Happy, Bitcoin, Brada. They're both going in. They got guarantees. Once you hit, if you win 2 out of 2 and you go into the third, you can lose that and you're still going into the semifinals. That's how this game works.
Who
So,
was the other one that had won already? Was it Nike MSI?
yeah, Nikemzi.
Currently on 0. 0 trophies at the
Anybody
moment.
who's on 0 right now, unfortunately, has been eliminated. Even if they win one, they're not going into the semifinals.
So we're going to get a different winner potentially, unless Happy keeps stomping through, because on 2 trophies already.
Yeah,
And I do like they've got the Fat Bear in there as well now, so they've got someone to soak up this this damage.
the Brooka, the chunky
Yep.
boy.
And he's going to roar them at the same time as the DOT goes out, so they can't do anything about this DOT on them right now. They're just
Yeah.
going to keep melting.
Yep, that's it. Look at that. Wow. Happy, congrats on the qualification, buddy. We'll see who else qualified here in a minute.
San on production. Can we get a possible zoom out a bit slightly so we can see a bit of the top of the map? Thank you.
We all love Sam. He's doing a great job. We got Happy, Swaggy, Bitcoin, Broughton, and Dr. Ixon. So no Nikemzi. That's
No.
interesting.
Hopefully we're going to get another winner then. So we've got 3 different winners. Again, he's upgrading the bear and bringing the panther out. Ooh. This looks like they're going for penguin formation of having everyone huddled together.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. So we've got what, 5 on the board now?
Yep. It looks like
Okay.
the other one's only running 4.
Well, if they have, it might come down to
They've taken one off. They're
stars.
running 3. Yeah. They took one off and only ran with 3. I don't think that was a good idea.
Well, we're gonna find out, aren't we?
Oh,
I think
maybe
it all
though,
depends
because
on the
they.
stones.
Oh,
It all
their
depends on the
bear
stones,
has not
man.
lost any health yet. Okay, but they're too confused. They're too confused.
Oh,
I think
no.
this is unlucky for whoever was spectating.
Yep. Big
It was the
unfortunate.
positioning, I think. I think the positioning really let them down because they all got hit by the gold bear's roar and all
Right.
started running abroad.
Oh man. Good
Well
job,
done,
Swaggy
Swaggy
Swag. Happy
Swag.
got knocked out.
Still got a fighting chance for 3rd though, so that would give him a 3rd, a 2nd, and a 1st, I think. And who we got here? He's putting more out? No. He's
So let's
getting-
see here. So we've got 2 level 3s, 2 level 2s.
he
Stone
just-
on the Mojo. Haste
What's
on
a Chaos Stone?
What's that?
What's a Chaos Stone? He's just put a Chaos Stone on Froda.
Let me look up because that's brand new. Let me take a look at what's going on with the Chaos Stone. Chaos Stone attached to an ally, their basic attack gains 10, 15, 25% chance to cause a 2-second daze.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And that's on Froda, who's got, like you said, the quickest attack speed as well, the quickest DPS. That is, this could be big brain.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's very big brain. Okay, they're fighting all the way up top. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's
They
going
managed
on.
to
up
get
there.
underneath.
Man.
But I think whoever was spectating's won. Yeah. They did.
Congrats.
Well
Oh,
done,
Happy. Happy got his 3rd.
Happy 3rd, yeah. And Swaggy McSwag for the 1st. So we've had 3 different winners so far.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Good job. Congratulations to everybody who's fought with this. That was a crazy match at the end, and Happy cleaned it up. He lost his semifinals. I mean, that would have been like a guaranteed win. I think they got to do some stuff in the background before we can really say who took that, but Happy's looking pretty good right now. I'm not gonna lie.
It's definitely, I'm looking at the stats that come with this Chaos Stone. I'm surprised we've not seen it before because a level 3 of that, a 25% chance to stun And if you got it on Frodo that is attacking as quick as they can, especially if you put haste with that as well, that
Yeah.
would be ridiculous, surely.
Yeah. So here's the thing: you really have to decide what's best for you. We're all trying new things. The game is still brand new and it's a baby. So people are trying Mojo portals, which I personally don't like. I think we should see more chaos, but you really have to make a decision. What two are the two that you're going to use? Because they're all really second chance is amazing. Second chance has saved me time and time again, and I'd really like to unlock it eventually. So like if I had to choose between flower power and second chance and give one of those up for chaos, that changes my whole composition. That's a little too crazy. So yeah, it's really, really I don't know. I just how I feel about it, right? Yeah, so we are currently wrapping up everything. We're gonna take a look here in a minute. We're gonna see what's going on with the leaderboard, but I do want to bring up George. So what do you think of the tournament so far? I mean, there's been a lot of crazy stuff. We've seen Mackenzie really take some serious shots here. Happy was really pushing himself to the top. What do you think so far? How do you feel about this tournament?
I think a point that you brought up earlier about how one group will come up with the meta and then another group will come up with the meta to defeat the meta. We have been in a tournament now for just over 2 hours, and people have already been changing to fight against what people are doing in just this 2 hour space. The lineups we saw at the start are not the lineups we're seeing now that they're winning with. So even for a game that's only been going on for 2 hours, the meta has changed throughout this one tournament, which is impressive to see. People are thinking of this on the fly. I wouldn't be surprised if they had these teams already thought out and know what they're going to go into the next ones with. But to see people adapting and changing as we're going through shows how versatile this game can be.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And there's so much going on. Like it seems like a simple game, right? Because it's five rounds, right? You go through your 3 rounds, and then you go through your semifinals, and then you do the final face off. It really looks like it's simple, and in a way it is, and it was built specifically for that, so that people that didn't want to spend 45 minutes or spend all of their brain power trying to play a game like TFT, they could come here and they have something completely different. But the strategy and the what you need to actually like succeed in this game is still very layered and very, there's a lot of depth there. So you go in, and depending on where you put your character, that's going to affect things. Depending on which character gets your stones, that's going to affect things. Depending on how, what the other person has, like these are all things you still need to think about. So there's a lot of esports potential here, and there's a lot of strategy here. It's just we've put it in a very condensed way, and I think it's easy. What did they say? Easy to learn, hard to master. I think that's where we're at with this, and it's a lot more beginner friendly than other auto chess battlers that I've played. Like there's, I play a couple of them, and like I've played them for probably 3 years now. I'm still no better than I was because I don't know what I'm doing, But in Mojo Melee, it's a little more straightforward to understand. Like if you put in the effort, you can figure out exactly what you need to do relatively quickly, and then as the things change, that changes up your mindset and your strategy. So yeah, we're taking a little bit of time here. We're figuring things out in the background. I think what we'll probably do here is maybe yeah, maybe we'll take a small intermission here. We'll get everything set up in the background, and then we'll come back with our final list. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to play the cinematic. We'll let you guys see that again. It's a really cool cinematic, and there's a lot more coming through. We actually also, Planet Mojo is a planet. Like, we'll talk about this really quick. It's a whole planet. It's almost like a portal for games. Okay, Mojo Melee is the first game in this whole world, but we do have a second game coming out. We've already announced it on our Twitter. It's a runner game. It's an endless runner game. You can play it right on your phone, and we've got other ones coming out. Eventually there's a lot of talks in the background about specifically where we're going to go, but Planet Mojo is a whole world of things that you can do and participate in. So we hope that you all hang out, follow the Twitter, follow the Discord, hang out with George, and what he's doing up with him. I wish I knew a little bit more about what he was going on. Actually, George, if you want to take like 10 seconds, you can tell us, everything about what's going on your end.
What's going on my end? I recently got back from Token 2049. I stream regularly on our games channel, where a lot of you are watching this at the moment already. I'm currently out of action for actually playing the games, but you guys have
Yeah,
seen
the
that I am
arm.
still trying to create content, but this arm doesn't do anything right now, so it's just chilling. But we will be coming back with more games, and you guys will be seeing me more often. I have seen some of you in the chat welcoming me back and asking when you're going to see my streams again. When I've got games I can play, you'll see my streams again.
The answer is soon, TM. Soon, TM.
Yeah.
That's all right, buddy. I'm on a hiatus too. I've been on a hiatus for like a year now. I started school. I went to school for
Yeah.
software engineering, and I was like, "There's so much going on in my life." But you know, just like you said, I am eventually going to be back too. I'm just having a lot of fun. You know, in my current role, in my current job, I literally get to play games and you know, build communities. Like who wouldn't want to do that? I am a professional Discord mod, and I'm proud to say it. And I don't have a fedora. All right. But yeah, same thing, man. We should get fedoras for next time. Anyway, yeah. Okay, so we'll be back in just a little bit. We're gonna play the trailer, and then we're gonna go into an intermission, and then we'll be back with our final totals. We'll see you then. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you in just a minute. Peace.
This is our world. Through generations and even great wars, we kept the balance with nature. But on this day, everything changed. Yet out of darkness, light always rises. And this is where we met. This is our world.
And we are back. Congratulations to the winner of the Fall Face-Off 2023 Mojo Melee Tournament. It goes to Happy. Look at that, dude. Happy, you won. You get your first place, which is, because I forget all the time, Pumpkinhead Mojo, Fall Season Mojo, and a $99 gem pack. Congratulations, buddy. All right, so we're also going to go through and we're going to talk about who else won in the second, third, and fourth, and then we already talked about the top 8 and top 32. So second place is Dikemzi with 7 trophies. Dikemzi, you won a Fall Season Mojo and a $50 gem pack. Congratulations. Then our third and fourth, we got Dr. Ixon Too Good or Drixon Too Good and Swaggy Swag. They had 6 and 4 trophies each. They are walking away with a Fall Season Mojo and a $25 gem pack. Everybody who participated in the semifinals is getting a Meerkat Champion digital collectible and a Chroma skin. And the top 32 are getting a $25 gem pack. Everybody else who qualified in the qualifiers for it gets a $5 currency pack, Fall Face-Off badge, and 3,500 Discord Mojo points. You are all amazing. Thank you, everybody, for participating. And Happy, again, congratulations. Look at that cool skin, dude. George, have you ever seen a cooler Halloween skin? The answer is no, by the way.
It doesn't matter what you're going to say. The answer is no, because this looks fantastic. It honestly looks
Exactly.
adorable. And I feel it strengthens our case for when plushies, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, dude. Why do we not have plushies right this very minute? Okay, all I'm saying. Like, we've been talking about it for what, at least an hour now. Okay, they should have been in production. All right, what's going on? No, seriously, thank you everybody for coming out and hanging out with us. This tournament was amazing. George, thank you so much. In production, thank you as well. Everybody has been really cool with this, and you guys know that I'm not a main caster, so I have stumbled through this as best as possible. Hopefully I did a good job. George, anything last you want to say? Any final shout outs in the chat?
Thanks for having me on. It's been great fun watching this and getting to experience all the new champions that I may have missed through my not playing. Although Mojo is one of the games I do plan to play because I can play it with one hand. So
There you go.
that is something you might see me streaming again soon, especially now that I've seen some of the insider tricks and tips from where people are placing their Mojos. And just to run through the chat, we've still got a lot of you are still here in the in the games chat. Almost said the old name, my bad. We've still got Amy, Feng, San, Straw, the person behind the games. We've got Hub, Straw Hat, and there was another, and I've lost your name. So apologies again, bad with names. But thanks, Mikey, for having me on this. It's been great fun.
Yeah, dude, thanks for being here. And Straw Hat definitely has to be a One Piece reference. If it's not, I'm claiming it as so. I tried to watch that anime. Sorry, production gave me something, but I was talking during that. I just need it again. All right, so we've got everybody again. Thank you to Happy. Congratulations to Kemsey, Dr. Ixon Too Good, Swaggy Swag. You guys all got the 1st to 4th place. You've been amazing. Everybody who participated, thank you so much for being here. We will get you all of your stuff very soon. We're going to go into the final trailer now, and then we're going to end the stream. Thank you again. This has been Mojo Melee Fall Face-Off. I'm Mikey Kieran. That's George. I forgot I'm inverted. And it's been great having you all here. Thank you. And we'll see you next time. Peace.
Thanks, everyone.